back up a little bit. They had what's called the Sante Raid, and that was in 72, where they had a bunch of commandos that practiced for like 2 years, and they raided one of the camps. Sante was we were moved, and there was different camps, and I lived in about 4 or 5 different camps, and there was more than that. And lots of times you would move to a different room and have different roommates, and move this camp. They take you over here, put you over there, put me here, and for no apparent reason. But it was good for us because we got to know the names. You told me all the names of people that were there, because they weren't allowing these. My parents didn't know I was alive for 2 years. Some people were worse than that, and so we knew everyone's name, and you'd memorize the names, and so that was good. So they had this raid on a Sante camp, and unfortunately the camp was empty. There were no POWs in there. But so the Vietnamese, after this raid, they panicked because they thought, geez, they're going to come right downtown and get us. So they moved everyone right back into Hanoi, right into the original Hanoi Hilton. And that's where I lived in a 56-man room. 56 guys in this room, and the room was about 20 by 40. And so we were packed in there pretty tight, but we didn't care. It was good because you're with everybody, you're with your friends, and geez, how you doing? I haven't seen you for whatever, and guys are getting reunited after 6 years, and whatever. So then they started bombing again. Nixon started bombing, if you remember, in late 72. And there hadn't been any bombing for like a couple of years before that. They stopped the bombing. He started bombing, and then so the Vietnamese, they panicked again. They took half of us and they moved it up to China, right on the Chinese border. And there was an old French prison up there that was covered with, trees and everything, and it was a high security place. Half of us went up there, and which was a 30-hour truck ride, hogtied in the back of the truck. They took us up there, and it's pretty rural up there. We were kind of out in the woods, and so we're talking. The Vietnamese, when do we go back to Hanoi? Says, you will not go back to Hanoi until the war is over. And so this was right around the end of 72. Of course, the Paris talks had been going on. Henry Kissinger was over there trying to arrange an agreement between them. So they came to an agreement that they would let the POWs go if the U.S. would pull its troops out of South Vietnam, stop supporting the South Vietnam regime, which they did over until 1975. So they moved us all back into Hanoi, and so we went into 4 different camps, and I went to a camp in Hanoi where you soon learn that everyone around you was shot down around the same time.
Started the bombing again, and they actually moved half of us up to right on the Chinese border because there was a raid at a camp that they came, and the commandos came in. Unfortunately, all the POWs had been moved out of the camp, so there was no one that was rescued. But they were afraid that we were going to go right downtown and get us, So they took half of us and kind of hid us. Took us up right on the Chinese border. And there was a high security camp up there under the trees, and they had camouflage netting over everything, so we're kind of hidden up there. So we were up there. This is toward the end of 1972, and so we're up there, and we said, ask them, when are we going to go back to Hanoi? They said, you will not go back to Hanoi until the war's over. So this was probably, I would say maybe right after Christmas or so. One night they came in with trucks, and they started loading us up, and they took us back to Hanoi. And we went to 4 different camps in and around Hanoi, and we soon learned that you were in the camp with a lot of other guys that were shot down right around the same time as you.